Hey guys, been away for a little while, studying some deep stuff. I hope within the next couple of weeks to have that stuff put up for you. But I wanted to talk about, and I've seen this in certain people, and it's the subject of basically walking in faith, no matter what the you find, And when I got onto this trail, when I was finally honest enough to admit it and carry on, I decided that no matter where the truth led, I would go. And it seems that some other people are having some trouble with that. They're having, it's basically, how do you quantify it? I believe that most things work in a concept. If you conceptualize it, you can do it. You can see it, and it makes it possible. So, and this, what I'm about to say was absolutely true for me as well. And the way I see it is that we're born, and think of us on bicycles. We're all born on a bicycle, and we're on a road that's slightly leaning downward, so we start going, whether we like it or not. And depending on what bicycle you end up on, you're going to be raised in certain beliefs. You're going to be told other beliefs are wrong, but there's nothing we can do about it. We're born on the bicycle. It starts rolling from the day we're born. And as time goes by and the hill gets steeper, things start going faster and faster. And every once in a while, we'll look to the left, we'll look to the right. We'll see something that catches our eye just for a moment. And that's how it feels to be caught up in any belief at all. And so we're racing down this hill as we get older. And quite frankly, it's impossible to stop. There is no stopping. So we see other people on their bicycles as we fly down. And as I was sorting through all these things and the things I'm sorting through now, it dawned on me that, one, there was no stopping. Two, that this road that we're on, it's like a tunnel. You can see the end of the road, and it's only straight. It only goes one way. And you go faster and faster. And in the midst of all that, I realized the only thing that one could really do is just let go of the bicycle. If you want to walk in faith, especially when you get to be older, it's about letting go. It's not about what you know. It's not about what you gain. It's not about the fancy theologies and the stupid banners we align ourselves under. Arminianism, Calvinism, Trinitarianism, Unitarianism, modalism. There's a lot of isms in the world. But you let go of the bicycle. And when you do, you're going to hit the ground. And when it happened to me, it broken bones, busted face, bleeding. But something happens. For the first time in your life, you can put your feet on solid ground. You're going back to zero. And when you're standing on this road and people watch you wipe out, you're going to find that 99% of them aren't even going to stop. They're going to ride right by you. Some of them might ride right over you. There may be some that stop for a moment, but they'll be on their way soon enough. And when you're on this road for the first time with your own 2 feet, and you're busted up, but you can smile because you know now there's nowhere to go but up. And as you turn around, you start walking up this road again. You're going to see other people walking up this road, trying to get back where we came from. And the message you adopt, whatever it turns out to be, as long as you're true to yourself and you accept what you find, as these people ride by, 90% of them aren't going to pay any attention to you. You're going to be a blur. You're going to be something they zoomed by in some little section of their life. But every once in a while, somebody's going to try and stop. And more than likely, they will continue down the road. And if they're lucky, they'll wake up and let go of the bike. It's going to hurt. It's going to be foreign. It's going to be alien. But you know what? It's the only way to get back up the hill. That's where we came from. That's what the source of all this is. It's up the hill. And we need to go back there. And the only way to do that is to let go. It's not about switching theologies. It's about letting go of whatever preconceptions you have about what is truth, what is honesty, what is this concept that we live in. When we let it go, and we just let it come to us as we start walking, you're going to see other brothers and sisters walking up this road. It's a quiet, somber journey. Things slow down to the point where you can understand them. You're no longer swept along the currents of history. You have a foundation now. Your feet are on the ground. And as we carry on in this journey, that is, what's life. It is what it is. And we carry on, and we learn from each other, and we watch brothers fall down. But the good news is we're walking. So it's the simplest of things to stop and pick them up. Don't align yourself with anyone. Don't align yourself with any name, any tribal identification of what your church belief is. Align yourself with truth. It's simple. That's all it is truth. The thinking that you can't find the truth is an illusion, partially created by the world and partially created by you. The world part is not so hard to defeat, but the illusion that you've created and projected out from yourself is hard. The first key to coming out of any kind of deception is understanding that you can be deceived. And when you accept this truth, that maybe, just maybe, you weren't lucky enough to be born in the right denomination. Maybe you weren't lucky enough to be born in the right country. Maybe you weren't lucky enough to inherit a perfect truth. But that's the poetry of it all. Diamonds are made by pressure, crushing, unrelenting crushing. And I believe God is that consuming fire. He's that same force. He's that same ideal. He will crush you. But within that crushing, when that piece of coal is being ground and heated, when your spirit is being crushed, when all that pressure hits it, and you give in, you don't resist anymore, a diamond forms deep in the middle of your soul. It's just deep inside of you. You know that there's something there. There's a light now. And it's not this delusional light that people have adopted for so long. They say they know that they know. You realize that you don't know hardly anything. But it makes you teachable, which is the most important trait anyone can develop. So when you develop this trait and you're being crushed like this, that's when peace comes. Because all the things you thought were good about yourself get crushed right along with the things that are actually bad about yourself. But the diamond forms, the foundation forms, and it's something so profound that no one can take it away from you. It's forever there, and it gives you the strength to carry on. And you start to say, that, this can be done. The most important thing is to realize the race can be won. It's not about your intelligence. It's not about how good looking you are. It's not about how strong you are. It's not about any of these things. The most powerful thing in a human being is one who listens. He sits back and he listens. An open mind serves the same purpose as an open mouth, and that's to eventually close it, they say. And when you find this truth, you'll probably know it. And realize not everyone's going to be in the same place on this road. Some people have been on the road for years. Other people are just getting up from taking a break. Other people have been knocked down. This homogenization that we seem to seek as human beings, this forcing of being just bland and just exactly like each other, is foolishness. Let no man betray you. Let no man fool you anymore. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to anyone you find on these YouTube channels. Weigh these things out for yourself. Because when you've fallen off the bike and you've tumbled 50 feet, God can finally pick you up. You're not relying on the momentum of the world to carry you. And you're not relying on the strength of your own two legs, because they will surely fail. It's not about what you're trying to do now. It's about winning the race. One step at a time. And the longer you sit there telling yourself that you're not as intelligent as this guy, and you don't see what this guy sees, and man, I wish I could understand like this guy. I can't speak for everyone else, but I can tell you the only reason I understand what I understand now is because I accepted it. It was not some fancy mathematical calculation or independent interpretation of scriptures. It was simply shutting my mouth and listening for a change. And when I had done that, it became clear. Most people can't walk in the faith because they're trying too hard to accomplish something that was not meant to be accomplished in the first place. You have a judge. You have a king. You have a savior. You have a refiner of your character. All we got to do is listen. It's the simplest of teachings and yet the most confounding of teachings. It's why we live. It's what keeps us going. It's this elusive answer to everything that we seek. And we take it one step at a time. Quit trying to take two. Quit trying to take three. Don't try and jump to the end of an understanding and skip the steps in between. Don't mimic what other people say. Study it yourself to be approved. And if you reach a conclusion or you disagree with other people, then so be it. Are you serving the other person? Does the other person have the lock on truth? Are they the only ones who can figure something out? Everything I've ever learned, I've learned from somebody else. Hundreds of people I've come into contact with. A little here, a little there. And yes, in the stuff that I'm studying now and in the stuff that's coming up, yeah, I will disagree with some people. But at the end of the day, That doesn't concern me, because you know what? If I do disagree with them and I put it out there and I get proven wrong, I actually win. I gained knowledge. I gained an understanding. And I found that those kind of understandings seem to be permanent. They seem to just integrate so smoothly into your character, and it just lays a bedrock. And as you resolve each of these issues one by one, and it comes through patience. Patience. Don't expect God to do everything for you right here and right now. It takes time. And the better you're at listening, the more complete your understanding is going to become. And still, that may take lots of time, even though you are a good listener. So to those out there struggling with the concept, with the idea of walking in faith and what it means, surrender. That's all it is. It's different forms of surrender. You find the truth and you surrender to it. No matter what. No matter what we think or what it is or what it could be, it's as simple as that. I found something. My praying, my understanding, what God I feel is leading me to see makes this unrefutable. It's true. So I surrender to it. So, more to come. I hope that helps somebody. You just let go. Don't associate with men. Fly no flag. Spirit and truth doesn't have a flag. It doesn't have a denomination. It doesn't have a theology. It doesn't have a school. It doesn't have a particular Bible. Be loyal to the truth. And I promise you, it will take you so much further than sitting there and trying to figure it out yourself. Subtracting is more powerful than adding sometimes. And I will tell you, it's a lonely road. You will find yourself separated from men. People are going to look at you strange. They're going to tell you don't understand what you're talking about. They're going to call you heretic. They're going to call you fool. They're going to call you so many things. It's lonely. But in the end of the day, I don't serve loneliness. I don't serve other men. I serve the truth. God bless.